What's up, guys? Welcome to HomeCraft Cocktails. Cocktails you can make from the comfort of your home. My name is Briss, and today we'll be going over the Martini. The Martini actually has a very extensive history with different origins and sources, and honestly it can get pretty confusing. So I won't be going over all the different stories today. If you ever do want to go down that rabbit hole though, you can definitely Google it. So the main points I'll be going over today are that the Martini comes from the Martinez, which actually evolved from the Manhattan. The Martini was first coined in 1888 in Harry Johnson's book, The Bartender Manual. The original recipe in that book called for gin, sweet vermouth, orange curacao, gum, yes, gum, bitters, and a lemon twist. Over time, the Martini will become drier and drier, losing the orange curacao, which is sweeter, getting rid of the gum, and really ultimately just boiling down to gin, dry vermouth, and orange bitters with a lemon twist. In 1904, we would actually have the first book where it lays out dry Martini cocktail, and Martinis today are traditionally dry. And that was in the book that I do not know how to pronounce, and I will not butcher today, but it is down there. Made by Frank P. Newman, who was a bartender at the Ritz Hotel in Paris. And now that we have that brief history lesson out of the way, let's get down to actually making the drink. So first things first, you want to start off by chilling your glass. All that means is just filling it with ice and water. So we'll put the ice in first. And then put some cold water in there. And we'll just leave that here for now. After chilling your glass, you then want to put ice in your mixing glass. If you don't have a mixing glass, which I know some of you may not, it is about $30 to buy one of these. You can definitely use a shaker or even a Pyrex glass, whatever you can get your hands on that is a container that you can put ice in to stir. So we're gonna put ice into our mixing glass. Once you have your ice in your mixing glass, you then have your ingredients. There are so many different ways you can make martinis. From a ratio standpoint of gin to dry vermouth, I've seen 2-to-1 ratios, 3-to-1, 4-to-1, 5, 6, 7, even up to 8-to-1 ratios. It can get pretty crazy. I'm going for a more average, more toned down 3-to-1 basic ratio. So we'll do 1.5 ounces of gin. And to be considered a true traditional martini, it needs to be a London dry gin. So make sure that you are using one of those. After you've used your gin, you then want to do 1/2 ounce of dry vermouth. After you dry vermouth, you then want to do a dash of orange bitters. You can use 2 or 3 depending on personal preference. Today I'll be using just 1 dash. After your bitters, you then want to stir your mixing glass up. And you want to stir for about, 15 to 20 seconds. You want to get it, nice and diluted there. I know in the James Bond movies, he says, shaken, not stirred.
A martini, shaken, not stirred.
Vodka martini, shaken, not stirred.
Mr. Bond will have a vodka martini, shaken, not stirred.
With martinis, you definitely do not do that, so he is wrong. You definitely want to stir your martinis, not shake them. So do not trust in that legendary British spy. So after you've given your mixing glass a nice stir, you then want to take out all the water and ice from your glass you've been chilling for the past few minutes. And then you'll want to strain your mixing glass into your martini glass. Like so. After straining your drink, lastly you want to do a lemon twist as a garnish. So to do that, you just want to take a lemon, obviously, and you want to kind of peel around the radius, diameter. Not sure which right now. I might already be drunk. You want to get a nice, long peel like this. So after you have your lemon peel there, you then want to kind of clean it up and give it nice straight lines. Do that. Go to the other side as well. Create this nice, very straight line here. And then you'll just take the edge here. You kind of just want to cut diagonally. And then flip it over. And do the same thing. And then you have your, lemon peel here. And you kind of just want to twist it. Like so. And you can either just drop it right in there or you can hang it out on the side here. I'll opt to do that. And there you have a martini. Now that we've made our drink, let's give it a little taste. Whew. Okay. So I will say, first and foremost, I am not the biggest martini fan whatsoever. When I first made the martini, a year and a half or so ago, I did a 6-to-1 ratio and did not use any orange bitters at all. I was just using, one of my cocktail apps, and that's the way it told me how to make it. And I mean, it was so just gin forward. That was pretty much the only thing I could taste. So I did not like it at all. This is a slightly better version. It's definitely not a drink that I'll consider, drinking on a day-to-day basis or ever, really. It's just much too dry for me personally. But that's my own personal preference. Maybe you like martinis and maybe you like making yours with a 2-to-1 ratio, or maybe you like having olive juice and olives in yours. I've even seen people put onion in their martinis. It's all personal preference. It's up to you. It's how you like it. But for me, this gets like a solid 2.5, maybe 2 out of 5. But thank you guys for watching this week's video. Hope to catch you next week for the next round. Peace.